Doreen had spent days giving statements while the police tried to get things straightened away, lining up flights where Ella had met Bob Small in Vancouver, tracking down hotels where he'd stayed, confirming Bob's story, sorting out where he was staying in town, and finding the apartment that he'd rented under his alias of Troy Little. Days of going through his little black book with names and dates of all his victims. And then Doreen needed some days of recuperation. When Mac stopped in the following Friday, he sat down on the patio beside her.
"The captain wants to know if you're done creating havoc yet."
She winced. He knows I don't do it on purpose, right?
"He does know that."
Mac smiled.
"We're getting quite a bit of notoriety for having closed all these cases. However, the backlog and the number of jurisdictions and all the provinces involved now is insane," he noted. "We've a lot of cases being examined along both sides of the border, Washington and Oregon mostly."
"Oh, ouch," Doreen replied. "Then we get into all those lovely cross-border niceties too, huh?"
"The provincial government's forming a task force to go through every one of the Bob Small murders to ensure that everybody he took down gets justice and that every family gets answers to what happened," he murmured. "So although it won't be an easy job, it will be a thorough one."
Mac shook his head, adding,
"The fact that Bob Small had a notebook and left you that piece of evidence, that's what blows everybody away. I still don't understand why he didn't kill you."
"I don't either," she admitted calmly. "He intended to. He had a gun with him, pointing it at me. I think that's what he was here for, what he was planning on doing, but then, I don't know, something about making your birthday cake, maybe?" Mac stared at her. She shrugged. "I know. It makes no sense."
"No, it doesn't. But then it can be something as simple as ice cream melting in the vehicle that stops a depressed woman from jumping off a bridge and committing suicide. The little things in life can throw a switch and make you do something, right or wrong."
Doreen nodded. "Something about that coffee cake. I cannot remember it all. I told him it was the first one I had ever made and that I was really proud of it, and he's the one who told me how to get it out of the cake pan." He stared at her, slowly rubbing his face.
"Good God," he murmured.
She patted his hand. "Now that you already ate your birthday cake." He burst out laughing.
"I also didn't get my birthday this year at all thanks to you," he noted. "Then you tell me that the cake you made for me, first time ever, a serial killer helped you make it."
"Help me get it out of the pan," she corrected, "so it wouldn't break or stick to the pan."
"Okay. So with all that craziness, we pushed off my belated celebration until tonight. In case you didn't realize it."
She frowned. "But I made you a cake already."
"You mean you didn't make me another one?" he asked in mock horror.
Then he grinned.
"I really enjoyed it. You did a great job on it."
"That was my first coffee cake," she muttered. "And it might very well be the last, so don't hold out hope for more."
"I don't know about that," he laughed. "Maybe it was a fluke and you should try again."
You would say that, just to goad me into baking you another cake." Then she smiled. "Besides, I've learned that there's absolutely nothing quite like the joy of seeing other people eat the food you make."
"Exactly," Mac agreed. "That's how I feel when I cook for you."
"Too bad you stopped doing that too," she replied mournfully. He burst out laughing.
"It goes along with that whole, too much work thing."
"I'm sorry about that," she said. "But hopefully nothing else will go wrong with your belated birthday dinner, so it can go off without a hitch."
"Yeah, Nick flew in last night. We had dinner together as a family, and now he's coming over today."
"Oh, great," she said with an eye roll. "He won't be terribly happy with me."
"Why? Have you been avoiding him again?" he asked.
"No, I haven't, but my ex keeps trying to get a hold of me."
"And you haven't been answering, right?"
"No, other than that one time when I thought it was Nan's number. I haven't been answering," she confirmed with a big fat smile. "And it's making Matthew angrier and angrier."
"And that," Mac noted, a dark cloud over his face, "isn't a good thing."
"No, I understand," she said, a note of worry in her tone. "It is something that I want to talk to Nick about."
Mac nodded. "Nick told me something about he had news, so with any luck."
"With any luck, my ex signed the papers and I'm free and clear."
"That's the dream,"
Mac stated with a smile. "So, any other cases?" she asked, looking over at him. He glared at her.
No cases," he snapped. "No cold cases, nothing.